You know that it's ready when it forms these lines. Can you see? Hello! So, you want to start making these beautiful texture art, but the thing is, you don't know how to make the texture paste. The good thing about the texture paste that we're going to make today is that it does not crack and it's beautiful, very easy to shape. Look at the beautiful patterns. Very easy to shape and does not crack whatsoever. Even after drying, this painting I made a long time ago and it's still beautiful. Look at that. I am zooming the maximum that I could so I can show you that these beautiful patterns, they do not crack whatsoever. This has been on my wall for ages, literally, and nothing has happened to it. So the ingredients for the texture paste are very simple. I like mixing between the plaster of Paris, the white gypsum, and the compound paste powder. So I'm gonna have like a full cup of these. That's like the main ingredient for us. The second ingredient is white wall paint. You can also use any white acrylic paint that you have. Wall paint comes in large quantities, so I prefer using it. So this is the wall putty that I like to add. A pre-mixed base like this. The only downside of this is it cracks, so you cannot use it alone, okay? Lines, if you're gonna use a very thin layer of the texture paste, other than that, it will crack. So I do not like to use it alone, but I definitely like adding it to the mixture. You're also gonna need some glycerin or baby oil, just a little bit. It also helps prevent cracking. Of course, we are going to need our acrylic paint. You can also use water-based pigments like the ones I have here. And the most important thing is the canvas. You can use a regular canvas primed from any art store. I do like using these wooden MDF panels. They are very thin. I think it's around 8 millimeters, and I do prime them myself. If you don't know how to make gesso at home, it's very easy. You can check the video where I make DIY gesso at home, and also we prime this beautiful canvas in the video. So to make the texture paste, you are going to need something to put in your paste. Preferably a very large and wide container. The first thing we want to do is to dissolve this powder into water. This is very important to avoid clumps. Now I'm going to add just a little bit, just the least amount to dissolve the powder, and then we're going to add the powder. I'm going to zoom right now so you can see. This is the water, dissolving the powder. I'm going to add the rest of the amount now. You want to make sure that the powder is properly dissolved. More water, all the powder. See how it dissolves in the water? It just disappears. And also, stirring very well prevents the formation of clumps. So I kept stirring and it's still watery. So that means we need to add a little bit more powder. The paste is starting to thicken up. Make sure to dissolve the powder very well. So after dissolving the powder, this is the consistency that we're looking for. We have successfully made our paste. I'm going to add the paint, the white paint, to the mixture. And then stir. We have a beautiful neck texture. Look at that. You know that it's ready when it forms these lines. Can you see? You can also add a little bit of the wall booty to increase the amount. If you don't want to, if you don't want to add more powder and dissolve them, as long as we have the gypsum in the formula, in the original formula, you can now add the booty, the premixed booty, to increase the size of it. And the last step is going to be adding the baby oil or glycerin. This will make it less clumpy and also prevent cracking when dried. So yeah, we are now done. Look at the beautiful paste that we made. It's a little bit watery, so I'm going to put a little bit of powder on it. Alright guys, finally we are done making our texture paste. The next step is to mix it with color and create colorful, beautiful arts. And that's exactly what we're going to do in the next video. Yeah, I'm gonna give these videos linked in the description and maybe all over the screen here too. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye!